Joining us now is retail strategist Erin Sykes. Erin, it's great to have you here with us today. Fascinating story we've been covering the past couple days.
Yes.
Give us a sense from the retail perspective, what relationship did Sephora have with Jade before they cut ties?
Sure. So Olivia Jade customized a palette for Sephora. So it was available online, it was available in stores, and it was a highlighter palette. So of course she promoted it on all her social media channels. But what's really interesting, anytime a big brand partners with an influencer, there's always a morality clause. So this was a very easy, cut and dry, let's get rid of this deal because it doesn't fit Sephora's brand.
So there was no question that Sephora was going to drop her?
No, I had no question that they were going to eventually announce it. I think it came pretty swiftly. It was very decisive. Of course, it took a little time. It had to go through LVMH and their parent brands and everything. However, I was really proud that they acted so swiftly.
So you said it was cut and dry, but it seems like a morality clause by definition is subjective and maybe blurry. Why do you think it was such swift action in this case?
Well, of course, there's all of the negative reviews. So over 200 one-star reviews were left on the palette just within the last 48 hours. And then you have all of the boycott Sephora tweets. So it was just really bad publicity, really fast, cuts to the bottom line, easy cut.
No, for sure. What about these other partnerships that she's got? And there are so many of them. Marc Jacobs Beauty, Smashbox, Dolce & Gabbana, Amazon,
Tresemme, Smile Direct Club, it goes on and on and on. I think that this speaks to the overall trend of influencers right now. I think influencer marketing as we know it has jumped the shark a little bit. Everybody can see behind the curtain. They know that these people are not truly using the brands. So it's, as marketers, we have to come up with what's next and get back to something that is, truly genuine and authentic in our marketing.
I mean, a challenging question, but you posed it, so I'm going to ask it to you. What would be the next logical step if influencers are people that people don't necessarily trust anymore?
Exactly. I think the video is going to come into play as YouTube has continued to grow. I think Instagram, it's a lot easier to pose your static shots on Instagram. Whereas when you're doing video, you have to at least have some knowledge of the product. So I think that's going to, play a big part. Any type of streaming that's live where they can't rehearse, that type of thing, we can leverage those techniques, but we're really gonna have to be creative because we're used to a certain way of doing things.
Yeah, that's why I think I like video too, because it's like in the moment you can't, and like you said, you just can't fudge it in the moment. You got to really know your stuff. Speaking of can't fudging it, there's evidence of really where her values are. If there was any question about her morality, take a look at one of her recent video posts about why she's at college.
I don't know how much of school I'm going to attend, but I'm going to go in and talk to my deans and everyone and hope that I can try and balance it all. But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys know. What does someone in her position do at this point, having spoken these words out loud, following everything that her mother and her father may have done?
Well, there's a lot of things that somebody can do to try to help their reputation, right? If she's going to stay at USC, I think she should get a volunteer position on campus where she's really contributing to the school. I think that her parents should also take on volunteer positions, maybe when they're helping troubled youth get into college, in more of a tutoring fashion, actually put some time in, not just spending money. Although there's also the financial contributions to places like the United Way that helps underprivileged. So I think really getting her hands dirty, hopefully, upgrading her priorities and showing that she does have a moral compass would be great.
Well, she obviously will have to make some changes in her life, but from a brand perspective, do you think brands are going to make different types of decisions or have more criteria in their decision making in choosing influencers because of scandals like this now?
Absolutely. I think brands in choosing influencers, and I also think that companies in choosing employees and doing a little bit more of a background check, going through social media. So she had made those statements about, her lack of aspirations for college life, yet she still continued to get Tresemme deals and Smile Direct Club deals. So these brands are going to have to do a little bit more digging before they say, oh, that person has X number of followers, let's partner with her.